outside of the nursing home, and it turned out to be like 60 degrees. Was it January or December? I can't remember for sure. But it was the middle of winter, and we got super lucky. And sometimes you just know when the good Lord blesses you and it's the right thing to be doing. And that was the day. So when we were following up with Denise, and she told us the Platte Valley Rodeo Bible Camp, instantly the light bulbs went off in my head for two reasons. One, when I was a kid, I always wanted to go to Rodeo Bible Camp. But I didn't, because I didn't have a horse. I barely had a pair of boots. And I know that you can go and you can do that and you can do these things. But what you guys have here is amazingly special. But what I want to share with you tonight is a story from a young man who reached out to me. And I promised I wouldn't embarrass him, because some of these things that he talked about were deep and personal in his family. So I changed his name. Tonight we're just going to call him Robert. But he told me how this Bible camp changed his life. So let me read his story to you real quick. When I was 13 years old, I overheard the other kids talking about a rodeo camp that they had been to the previous year. I wanted to go this next year, but I didn't know who to talk to. And I wasn't friends with the kids who went before. But a flyer was passed around school, and I grabbed one. And for the next 2 weeks, I talked about it to my family, to all my friends. But my family didn't have the money to go. Fortunately, one of the counselors reached out to me and said that they would pay my way. My parents instantly said no. They were too proud. But there was another reason. He goes on to say that he didn't grow up in church. He didn't know anything about God. He really wasn't sure that he believed in a God, because what he had been through in his life. How could God let that to happen to anyone? He went on to tell me about the abuse in his family, how he watched his dad beat his mom on a routine basis. He said he never really truly knew the love of a father. But when that counselor told him he would pay his way over the next 2 months, before school was out, he persuaded his parents to let him go. When he went to camp that year, he witnessed two things: the beauty of a horse and man together, and he witnessed the love of Christ. He told me that to call God his Father, he wanted nothing else in his whole life for the rest of his life. He didn't have a dad. He had a birth dad, but he didn't have a dad. He didn't have a father that treated people well. He didn't have a father that treated him well, his mother, or the rest of his family. But at this Bible camp, this young man learned exactly who God was and how much God loved him. And Abba Father became his earthly father for the next 3 years. Now I'm telling you this story, and I know that the timing is perfect for this young man to reach out to me, because tonight we're here for one reason, and that is to raise money for the Platte Valley Rodeo Bible Camp. So they've got a number of, and I'm impressed. These are high-dollar horse feed buckets. Nice job, Denise. They're going to pass these buckets around. If you are so led to donate to this camp, I want you to know the lives that are changed. There are families that can afford it. There are families that cannot, but there are scholarships that go out. They don't want anyone to miss the opportunity to hear the story of Christ, God's love for these little boys and these little girls. Rodeo can be a rough life, but it can also be a really, really treasured, blessed life. So tonight, as these buckets are being passed around, they're still magically sitting there. I'm not sure. They're just going to fly. We'll let the Holy Spirit come in and pick them up and take them. Shelby, would you get them started for me? Thank you so much. The Holy Spirit just moved Shirley right there. But you guys, thank you for having us out tonight. Denise, thank you for offering to let us come out and do this tonight. Tonight you guys get a chance to be a hero to a little boy or a little girl who needs to feel the love of God and feel the love of horse and nature. This song goes out to you. It's called Everyday Hero off the second CD.